Everybody, welcome to Dungeons and Dumbasses. I am Mike, the resident dumbass master here for the Avrush campaign, where I get together with my friends from all over the world to play Dungeons and Dragons at least once a week. Say hi, friends.
Your wiener, man! Mike. It's gonna hit your wiener!
What the fuck?
Konnichiwa.
Oh my god. I'm so getting canceled because of y'all.
I'm surprised you haven't already.
Right? Me too.
How have we not gotten you banned like 80 different times?
Dude.
Brother, can you get off the charger, please?
I tell you what.
Do you know the way?
I do know the way. And it is this way.
Like,
So-
she lifted her paw, but it goes right back down onto the fucking charger.
So, with that, we do actually have a little bit of news. First and foremost, something I want to get out of the way is our good old buddy, old pal over here, Jake, who plays Drax Stormtide, was once known by the name of X Cummins Cowboy X on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok and everywhere. Would you like to tell them your new name and where to find you?
Yes, you guys can now find me at Fenrir the Infernal.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
So, make sure you go and check our homie out and show him some love wherever you're from. The other thing that we do have is less of a me going to tell you what it is and more of a me going to show you as soon as we go into our little intermission in between this and actually starting the campaign. But other than that, don't really have any new news and nothing coming up quite yet. Got a couple things in the works still working on it. But we're gonna go ahead and show the new video. So here we go.
Beneath the blue sun eclipse, the skies have died. The light is swallowed and the shadows rise. We are the forgotten five, lost to time. Five heroes of the forgotten, trapped in the grime. Feel the tremors as the earth begins to bleed. An army of undead answers the Dark King's creed. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. Swings in the darkness, souls turn to ash. The eclipse consumes, there's no turning back. We are the few, the chosen, the last 5 heroes of the forgotten, echoes of the past. The blue sun eclipse casts its shadow wide. We are the forgotten 5, standing side by side. The army of undead roars with decay, but we'll keep fighting until our final day. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed.
And welcome back, everybody. So, picking up from where we left off last week, as the... I did kind of fuck you a little bit, so that fits.
Oh,
So, picking up from where we left off last week, with the party having put together a crew to man the Raging Storm Tide in the form of a couple of individuals. Let me pull up my notes again. You have Alexandra, the elven female, who is the innkeeper, who is going to be working as your cook. You have Torbeck the dwarf, who is going to be working as your rigger. You have Aerolith, the elven female, who is your navigator and first mate. Colt, the half-orc, half-giant, who is your cannon jockey. Carroach, who is the mute Goliath, going to be serving as your load master. And Fenderall, as the halfling male, who is going to be working as the spotter. On top of the rest of the Forgotten 5, who is currently there. Jesus Christ. Having put together the crew with all the necessary supplies and everything to make your way back home, with the right about 5-ish month journey to get up to Sentinels Rest, and then about another month to month and a half, possibly 2, to pop over to Galehaven before making the final push up to Asha. As right now, you guys have set sail on the high seas, heading out
Hey,
to Sentinels Rest.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes.
In between all this? Yay. No longer almost dying.
But still wounded. You still have your -3 to attack rolls and strength checks.
Yes.
So, there's that, until you find another healer who can cast greater restoration on you. So, as all of you guys who are there are all prepped up and setting sail, is there anything that you would like to do?
Not die.
you said that we have a cook on the ship, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Do we have the stuff necessary to bake cookies?
More or less, it wasn't the main priority when putting
It is
together the
mine.
supply. Okay, well, then, since you weren't here, we'll kind of do a little bit of a retconning for your little shopping session, okay?
Okay.
Making your way around the town, go ahead and give me a investigation check to try and find a general store for, like, baking supplies and whatnot. 7. It's gonna take you a good couple of hours just wandering around this beautiful city of Sangorne.
Roll for determination.
Actually, remind me again what your passive perception is, Jack.
What?
Remind me what your passive perception is.
16.
16. Okay, then yeah. No, you would kind of, as you're walking around, you're gonna hear whispers from some of the denizens, some sailors getting off the ships, and kind of shopkeeps as they talk amongst themselves. Some of the things that you're gonna hear is, "Hey, did you hear that the Silver Spring is starting to dry out?" And then a little bit later during the walk, you're gonna hear, "Man, I ain't never seen anything like it. It's like there's a barrier around the entire area. I mean, we've seen symbols on it, but nobody's been able to decipher it yet. If they have, it hasn't reached this far south."
Huh?
But that's kind of what you hear, amongst other things, like, "Hey, did you hear Jenny's cheating on Chris?" You know, things
Oh
that
my
you would...
god. I need
Oh,
to find
oh,
out who's
and-
Jenny and Chris.
And my personal favorite, and they were roommates.
Oh my god. Now I'm really interested.
But after a couple of hours, you do find a general store. Making your way inside, it is a moderately well-kept building. Due to the close proximity of the ocean, the wood on the exterior is definitely covered in brine and definitely attracting some more aquatic type creatures like seagulls and whatnot. So the exterior does have a thin film of seagull shit.
So it's
But-
pooped over.
With any port city, especially being this close to the port itself. But making your way inside, it is definitely better well kept. Floors are clean. It's, although dimly lit, but well lit. And you do see a menagerie of different items for your purchase. And sitting at the front desk, you do see a small little halfling woman.
Hello.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm doing okay, and how about you?
Great. I'm actually looking for supplies to bake cookies.
So, what kind of cookies are we talking about? Because I got a lot.
Let's say I'm new to this stuff, and I'm about to learn how to do it. So, what would be the best to start with?
Plain sugar cookies, chocolate chip, chocolate cookies.
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip?
But also, I would like something that doesn't hurt animals.
Sugar cookies?
Like they can eat it and don't die,
Sugar cookies.
if that's possible. Okay.
So, for that, you'll need flour and lots of it. Eggs, lots of them.
Uh-huh.
Milk,
Uh-huh.
lots of it. Butter or
Uh-huh.
oil, depending on the consistency that you want. And how long you are waiting to bake these cookies. And then, obviously, chocolate chips and sugar.
Uh-huh. Okay. How much will I need to pay?
Depends on how many cookies you want to make and whether it's going to be butter or oil.
What's better?
Well, again, it all depends on if you're going to be baking these cookies relatively soon or if you're going to be waiting a while.
I think we will be stuck on a ship for a long time.
And you plan on making the cookies on the ship soon?
Yes.
Butter.
Yes.
And
How long will that last before it spoils?
Before it spoils?
Yeah.
Week or two.
And what about the oil?
I don't know that oil has a expiration date.
Okay, give me a little bit from both.
Okay. How many dozens of cookies are you wanting to bake?
A lot. But I also don't have that much money.
Okay, well that definitely changes things. So let's say 20 pounds of flour, 2 gallons of milk. Let's say 4 dozen eggs. About a pound of butter and 2 liters of oil. 2 pounds of chocolate chips and 10 pounds of sugar. Run you
How many
about...
cookies will I be able to do from that?
Depends on how well you portion out the cookie dough, but give or take 7 or 8 dozen.
Okay. Okay. And how much do I need to pay?
Oh, let's say 5 gold for the whole lot.
Oh.
Is that too much?
I have 4 gold and 5 silver.
You got anything for trade?
I have breads.
Bread.
Yeah,
How much bread?
a lot.
How much is a lot?
It's in my hat, and I point to the hat on my head.
So half a loaf.
No, like a lot. And I will put down the hat, reach out, put entirety of my arm inside, and bring out 1 loaf. Like this times 20 or more.
Let's say 15 loaves and 2 gold.
Okay,
Okay? Deal.
yeah.
And making the payment, she hands over the goods to you, which I assume you put in your hat.
Yes, all of it.
Okay. Close to capacity. As you do have a fuck ton of rations in there.
Yeah, no. That there's no capacity.
Oh, it's full.
It's bad. I'm like in denial. It doesn't have a capacity. It's
Oh,
infinite.
okay. Okay. And with that, making your way back to the Raging Storm Tide as you guys set sail.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's something else that you want to do.
No, I have my main priority checked out.
Okay. Before we jump back up to present, anything else that we need to retouch, recover? Perfect. So, with you guys setting sail on your journey, can I get one of you guys to roll me 2 d20s for the first month of your journey?
I got it.
Hey, 10 and an 18. Okay. So the first half of your month is very slow going. And stop me at any point if there are any conversations you want to have. While the first half of the month is going dread, I need you to go ahead and roll me first half of the month, let's say 14 d20s. As long as you're paying attention.
What?
Trying to get Ty's attention.
He's shut down.
Well, we'll circle back to him. Just means he's going to have a lot more rolls.
Windows power save mode.
Pretty much. Oh, he sent me a message.
User disconnected from your channel.
He said he'll be right back. So, with the first half of the month passing by, it's very slow going as you are getting used to the new crew and kind of getting everybody put in place and working the best they can. Drax, being the captain of the vessel, I want you to make me, let's say, 5 athletics checks, 4 dexterity checks, 3 strength checks, and 3 intelligence checks.
Oh, okay. At advantage, right? Because I'm proficient with water vehicles.
Correct.
So
Is
it's
this
5. What?
5 dexterity
Checks or saving throws.
checks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not used to the smaller vessel and having kind of lost your sea legs. Spending so much time landlocked and teleported and not really at sea. Trying to get reaccustomed to the nature that is the ocean. You find yourself tripping over your own feet as you hit a swell, or as the ship lists to one side or the other. Slowly getting back into the hang of things. Slow going. Might have a couple of bruises on your legs from bumping into rails or crates and whatnot, but nothing major. Especially since you didn't get one of those nat ones.
Yay.
Now, these next couple things are going to be more so like crew related.
Okay.
So, these are going to be like you guiding the crew, pointing out what they need to be doing, getting everybody situated.
Okay.
So, give me 4 intelligence checks.
What do you mean I can't touch the black powder? What do you mean it will go boom?
That was a conversation you had to have with Jack.
Yeah.
You have to keep him plenty far away from the black powder.
The black powder bills.
Mm-hmm. Unless you want to end up at the bottom of the ocean, much like your father's ship. So, which I do actually have that flushed out as well, by the way.
Oh, dope.
And
Emotional trauma.
yeah. Now, with that, getting the crew situated and working more like a well-oiled machine and less like a machine just brought back to life from the brink of death. Go ahead and give me 3 dexterity checks, or not dexterity, strength. This is for hoisting sails, moving barrels.
The only instructions for Jack. Basically, don't touch anything.
I'll help in the kitchen.
Pretty much.
Oh, I will. I'm baking cookies one way or another.
Putting in the effort and actually hopping down and helping out. Fucking names. Helping out Karok and fuck, what was his name? Colt.
Fucking Dave.
Karok and Colt.
Dave.
The Goliath and the half-orc. Helping them out, moving crates around, getting cannons moved into position and ready to go. Moving cannonballs in place, setting up little piles. Takes you a little bit of time, but definitely having the captain's aid helps out with the crew moving along. Now, with that, I need athletics checks. 3 of them. Okay. So between Fenderall and Aerolith, they both managed to get themselves high enough up on the masts to be able to rig up the sails at the top, as well as for Fenderall to set up his little post inside the crow's nest of the ship. Speaking of ship, just so we're aware, and I'll move you guys right about here. But just so you guys get a little bit of a better idea.
You actually made a ship.
Mm-hmm. I even gave it a fucking figurehead.
That is right.
Aw,
It is.
isn't it a Tarask?
No, that's a dragon. So, getting everything set up goes by relatively easily, as you didn't really roll too terribly low.
Yay.
The first 2 weeks go by more or less without a hitch. The second 2 weeks pass by a little bit quicker than the first two, but not by much. It's very slow going. It's hard to really say how much progress you've made. I mean, with a good enough spotter, you'd be able to have them follow the coastline and keep an eye out and see how far you guys have really made it. As we move back to this map. Now, with the first month passing, Jack, boy oh pal,
Yes.
cookies.
Did I blow up anything?
We're about to find out. As you
Oh,
make
no.
your way down into the lower levels of the ship and meet up with the cook, who you are familiar with, as she was the innkeeper at the tavern you were staying at. Alexandra, the elven woman who's, like I said, now working as the cook on the ship.
Hi.
Hello.
What you doing?
Preparing the ingredients for tonight's dinner.
What will you do for dinner?
Tonight's dinner is going to be a little simple, as we're just setting sail, and I want to save some of the more fun stuff for a little later. That way people don't get bored. So I was thinking a simple pot roast with vegetables and a nice hearty stock.
When you're talking about fun stuff, how fun are we talking about?
Oh, I mean, I'm saving the steaks and whatnot for when we get to have a surf and turf kind of night. Saving the grains of rice for a more special occasion on board. As I'm sure you're well aware, but the winter solstice is just around the corner.
And what about sweets?
Sweets,
Can you bake
I-
sweets?
I could if I had the materials, but that was not on my mind when shopping for goods at the store.
Well, today is your lucky day because I have everything I need. Sorry, we need to bake cookies.
Oh, you don't say. So,
Yes.
tell me, how much experience do you have baking sweets?
Absolutely zero.
Oh, shit. Let me guess, you want me to teach you?
Yes, pretty please.
I suppose I can do that. I mean, it'll make the time go by quicker. I do hope that you brought enough for mistakes.
I think so. The guy or
Gal.
woman? It was a
It-
guy?
It was a female.
The guy who sold them to me, those ingredients, he said it should last or should be sufficient for 7 dozen cookies.
Not a lot of room for error.
Really?
As, well, I mean, think about it. There are, what, 4 of you and 6 of us, 10 people on board? That's about a dozen cookies just for each of us to have one.
You forgot about what's his nut.
I actually fucked up. He's
He's not
there.
with us.
No. He's with Cranberry. But my fuck up is your guys' gain as it saved you money. So, not gonna retcon that because that was DM mistake. You guys shouldn't be punished for it.
Oh my god, God can make mistakes?
Yes, he does quite frequently.
I'm one of them.
Damn. Damn.
I mean, I'm a wooden man on fire. I shouldn't exist.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, 7
Yeah, but while
or
we're
8
talking,
dozen
I'm pulling out
cookies.
all the ingredients on the counter from my hat.
Well, I mean, at least with my guiding hand, we should be able to do something with this.
Yeah,
I
an
see you
important thing. I need to learn how to make non-lethal cookies for squirrel and other animals.
Well, so long as it doesn't contain chocolate, you should be good.
Is that the only thing I shouldn't put in the cookies?
There are a few berries and nuts, but for the most part, mostly just chocolate.
Okay. Okay.
While that conversation is going on, Dread, now that you're finally back. You're gonna hate me, buddy. Yeah, he texted me he's back. You're gonna hate me. However,
Why?
I need you to roll me. This month has 32 days. I need 32 d20 rolls from you.
I assume he already hates you. This is just going to add to it.
Help.
Slash
Advanced
roll.
Nope, 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 nope.
I would help you, but I'm baking cookies, so
20 d20s.
32 d20s.
just don't tell me it's damage, please.
No.
Alright, alright. Clicking the
Because
roll
then
button.
I would hate you too.
Okay.
Oh.
There is one nat 20 in there. The rest is
exactly
bits.
one and 120.
Yep, you got 1, 1, and 120. So, more or less to sum up your experience over the last month, as you've also been kind of helping out on the ship, but in your downtime, you've been spending time in your sword.
Mhm.
Based on the rolls, as you can tell, some days go by, some trials go by moderately easy. Some take you a good couple fucking tries.
Mhm.
Some take you a lot of fucking tries. Like, this is like Dark Souls level shit, man.
That one day I was just sitting there just like, what is this fucking Elden Ring? What
Mhm.
even is Elden Ring?
Now, cutting back to Jack, as he is working to learn how to make cookies.
I blow everything up.
Jack Odiro Budio Palamine,
Yes.
I need you to make me, let's say, for the entire process of learning how to make cookies, let's say 5 intelligence checks.
Oh no.
We'll say you get a +3 to these with the guidance of your teacher, Alexandra.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, not
Oh.
terrible. Not terrible. Definitely could have been a lot worse.
You
Yeah.
said something about 1, 1, and 120, and you got 1, 1, and 120.
No,
Fucker.
2. I mean, technically
That-
2 20s.
That one doesn't count. It's on the
I know.
right side. We're not paying attention to the right side.
I know.
Bunch of shit talking gremlins up in here.
Yeah, motherfucker.
But
I had
I'm
to deal with drunk people all week. It's like living with you again, but you know, times 300 because there's so many drunk people. Some of them are cool, others are, well, get kicked out.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Wall. So, taking your time to try and really learn how to make cookies. Some aspects of it you pick up pretty quickly. It almost comes like second nature to you. Like adding your wet ingredients to wet ingredients. So the milk and butter together, and then mixing up the dry ingredients. You know, the flour, the sugar, the chocolate.
Get the
Chocolate chips, the squirrel killing substance, of course.
Well, you're learning the chocolate chips first.
This kills squirrels.
Yes, chocolate kills squirrels. If you want to make cookies that don't kill squirrels or woodland creatures, just don't make them with chocolate chips.
Yeah, understood.
Perfect.
I mean, quite literally, like in a hazmat suit, adding the chocolate chips into the cookies.
So, with it coming easy at times, difficult at others, I'll say, especially since nothing was terribly bad except for that one, you lose out on half a dozen cookies. Because they didn't quite turn out right.
Oh.
But
damn. He fucked up the
effectively,
cookies.
At this point in time,
I'm
Jack.
trying.
At this point
I'm
in
doing
time,
my best here.
here's what we're going to do now. As you just made 1 dozen cookies, I need you to give me, let's say, 6 performance checks.
Oh boy, oh boy. Three, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Oh wait,
So-
I'm missing one. I'm missing one.
No, it attached to the bottom of the
Yeah.
intelligence roll.
Real? Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So, with
I
that,
looked, I was like, why?
with
Echo.
that, you taking your time with Alexandra in the kitchen over the next couple of days. Not only learning how to make food and whatnot, is she's more or less just kind of taking you on as her kitchen aid.
Man,
But-
and occasionally a walking oven
More
or
or
a
less.
stove.
Helping her out in the kitchen and learning how to make cookies on the side and whatnot whenever you guys have free time. You do make the rest of the cookies throughout the next couple of days. Most of the batches come out just fine. One batch comes out a little weird. You added just a little too much butter to this one. So they're kind of a little bit more goopy.
So one is good, one is a little bit
Goopy cookies.
So with that, I'll say from now on, Jack has proficiency in making cookies.
Hell yeah!
So whenever you want to make cookies, you can give me a... Let's call it a intelligence check plus your proficiency modifier.
Yeah, I'm thinking what one uses when he makes food. What ability check?
I was thinking intelligence to recall the recipe and the actions and everything like that. Could be dexterity for the process of whipping it together. A lot of different ones. Definitely not strength, not constitution.
I mean, that's good because I'm not particularly strong.
Yeah. So
I'm an
yeah,
average Joe.
we'll go dexterity plus proficiency.
Okay.
So from now on, yes, you are proficient in making cookies. You now have the recipes for chocolate chip and sugar cookies memorized.
You said dexterity plus proficiency?
Correct.
Okay.
And with that, handing out the cookies amongst the crew as you do. For
Ladies and gentlemen, I have something you would like to eat.
Oh.
I have cookies. And I made them myself.
Ooh, yeah, cookies!
And important, I learned how to make a non-killing squirrel cookies.
Speaking of the squirrel, where is he?
In heaven, hopefully.
No. No.
I mean, okay, technically I stole the cookies and I told the demon that they have a sliver of his soul in it, but guess that was just for the show, I think. Anyway, who wants a cookie?
Anyway, who wants a cookie that definitely doesn't have somebody's soul in it?
Completely soul-free cookies.
the majority of the crew is going to raise their hand outside of the halfling, the spotter.
Okay. Come, have a taste.
Okay. And for everyone who has a cookie, they're pretty damn
Cookie.
good cookies.
Yeah,
There.
Good cookie.
You occasionally bite into one, it's a little goopy, but it's not terrible.
I am the Gordon Ramsay of cookies now.
But yeah, they're pretty damn good. Probably wouldn't like sell them at a store or anything quite yet. Definitely good enough to have once in a while on a trip, or
We will
know.
get there.
when you go and visit Grandma if she bakes too many cookies. Jack has turned into a cookie grandma.
Burning with not hellfire.
It's
Wing,
hellfire.
wing.
It's hellfire.
Wait, you said the sword doesn't produce hellfire.
No, it doesn't produce hellfire, but the fire on you is hellfire.
How come?
Because you touched the tree.
I mean, yeah, but that gave me the resistance to fire, right? Or immunity, I don't remember.
It's the intermingling of the two.
Oh no! Definitely don't have soul in the cookie.
There's a little bit of soul in the cookie.
Baked with hellfire.
But for the most part, the first month goes by without a hitch. Nothing too unusual, too unnerving. Can I get somebody new to roll me 2 d20s for the second month?
I will.
Okay.
14
Damn.
and a 16, not bad. These next 4 weeks of travel go by quickly. You manage to catch some headwind, pulling you along, catch a nice little current, making up a good tailwind. Yeah, headwind is against you, tailwind is with you. Right.
I know.
Like you're dumb.
Shut the fuck
You
up.
beat. Dumbass.
And
Well,
a
too bad
Tarask
for us
suddenly
because
appears
he's
on the
God,
boat.
So he's making the rules.
But
If he says the circle is a square, it's a goddamn square.
No, it's a circle.
and a giant ancient black dragon appears. Fuck.
Oh, hi, you want a cookie?
No.
Nah, I'd win.
Nah,
They have
I'd win.
souls
This
in
motherfucker.
them.
But picking up a good amount of time, you guys do some good time. This month has 30 days. Dread. 30
But,
d20s.
I like how everyone on the ship is doing something like IRL and he's just playing Elden Ring.
For the most
Like,
part, pretty
Mom,
good.
Better
I'm
than the
playing
last
on
one.
my sword station.
I didn't have an out. Oh, nope, there's the nat one.
You had a nat one. So again, another month of
Elden
helping
Ring.
out
Elden
around.
Ring.
Yeah.
Elden Ring. Elden Ring. Elden Ring.
Mario.
Mario, Elden Ring, Mario.
Dark
Nah,
Souls.
that's fucking Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Dark Souls. Elden Ring new game plus 70.
Oh.
New update, you need to download it.
But as you can tell by the rolls, some days go good, some days not very much.
Yeah, that nat one day is Melania, consort of Mikola.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
That's a negative one then.
Drax,
Ah,
go ahead and give me.
hey, wait a
Fuck.
minute. Question, out of source question here. Like, being on travel for this long, does my shit start to heal on its own?
It does, but it's like letting a broken bone heal by itself. It's not going to heal right.
Well, I mean, my bones aren't broken anymore.
True, but there is still the lasting damage. So it would heal slowly over time. I'd say
So,
with
like,
the
I'm starting to get like more.
more mobility back. So I'll say you drop down from a plus or a -3 to a -2. I'll say when you make it to Sentinel's Rest, it'll be healed up and back to normal.
Okay.
Nuts.
Thick
So-
and stones can break my bones.
The stone going at Mock Jesus will definitely break your bones. So, fuck. How do I want to do this?
Wait, what?
You know what, Drex?
Nah.
Just go
You
ahead and
die.
put in your character sheet a little box area down by like where you get your where you can read in and rage, and we're gonna call it pirating or captaining.
Oh, so
And
like where the rage lay on hands,
Yeah.
divinity, and all that is.
Mm-hmm. And in there, just put charisma check to guide crew.
And long rest or short rest, or does that matter?
Doesn't matter. It's a skill check. It's just so that way we can refer to it later.
I don't know how to do that.
You son of a bitch.
Well, it's not working.
Drax. Where the fuck are you? You whore.
Right here.
I hate you.
That's man power, thank you.
Okay, so over on where you see like the red text is where you'll find it.
Oh. There. See, you said box where you said rage and all that, so I thought it was like the short rest, long rest thing. Like above that. Where the little boxes are.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Hold on.
You do it.
Shit. There you go. You should see it now. Just says capped.
Use Risma for cat.
I had to throw it in there, alright?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Will
So-
we hear some Optimus Prime inspirational speeches?
Totally up to you, Drex.
Autobots, clean up the deck.
So, go ahead and give me 4.
It's all about.
Go ahead and give me 4 Riz checks. I hate it.
Ah.
I hate it.
Ah.
Oof.
Is
Oof.
that what kids these days are talking about?
Okay.
Yeah.
As he's dealing with children, getting hugs from the kids.
Yeah, I think he needs to workshop his motivational speech skills.
So,
Yeah, just a little bit.
Drax.
It's like hard to get started, fucking get to the point, and then just fucking I fall down the fucking stairs as I'm trying to fucking walk down to the room.
My dear comrades, in these days, just pull up the fucking sails.
Drax, pulling on your memories of your father, Dravnar. That's his name.
Yeah.
The admiral of the cutthroat pirates. Having been on ship with him for a good long while, trying to draw your inspiration as captain from watching your father do the same thing, just on a much larger scale. Brings up a lot of fond memories, but distracts you. You're not used to being captain. You're used to being ship hand or mess hall employee or anything other than captain. Spotter even. Barrel jockey. Everything. Didn't quite get up there to captain. So you're not used to it. You're not used to guiding people and giving direction. You get a little better, then your confidence gets the best of you. And you stumble over your words for like a solid week, just trying to bring your dad out in you. It doesn't get much better on the last week of the month either. But the crew is kind of more or less put together. New captain. Alright, let's let him work his kinks out. You get made fun of a lot during chow time, but shit happens, right?
Sounds like any day.
Pretty much. Dred, go ahead and roll me the 2d20s for month number 3.
It's only 2?
Mm-hmm. 1 for the first half of the month, 1 for the second half.
Mm. Tired of looking at all the numbers?
Pretty much.
Melania, consort of Mikola. Hey, look, I'm playing fucking Atari.
So,
I got Pong.
uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Alright, you fucking cheerleader, calm down.
That's how you spell that, right? Yes,
I
it
don't
is.
know. Give me a second, I'm trying to do something.
Jake, go ahead and roll me a d4 and tell me what the number is. I'm not looking at it. You tell me what the number is.
Why?
Because I need to know. Tell me what the number is.
3.
3. Okay.
I did a GM roll, so it was just to you.
That's why I said tell me, because I was looking at something else. Because I needed to know how many things to pull out.
Oh, fuck.
So, during your journey, as you get into some rougher waters, the tide isn't really working in your favor, and you've got major headwind. You're slowing down a lot. And all of you who are above deck, which also means I gotta, unfortunately, move these guys to a different layer, because they are not there. Not expecting this to happen this soon. You hear this baleful cry in the sky. It sounds like a mix of rock and metal. And Drax, being the captain, you hear... the fuck is his name? Fenderall call out to you up from the crow's nest.
Let's see, why don't you put him up in the crow's nest?
I don't have their tokens. I didn't get around to making their tokens.
Failure.
But you hear him call out, Kevin? Oh, you got a problem?
What is it?
There! You see him pointing off. And should pop up any second. 1, 2, 3. 3 wyverns fly in close.
Oh, joy.
As you were told that there are wandering wyverns along the coastline.
Uh-huh.
So, I am gonna need you all to roll me initiative.
Good day to everyone. Oh my god!
And Drax, I also need you to roll me a d20 for the ship. Okay. Dread. I guess I'll roll
What?
for saying. I need an initiative roll from you.
Oh,
Wyverns.
Oh.
sorry. I was adding a fucking sound to the soundboard.
Oh no.
I got you. I got you. Where is it?
Scotland forever!
I was not trying to go Scottish, I was trying to go Irish, alright, fucker? But close enough.
Are we fighting Scottish wyverns?
No, Fenderall has more of an Irish accent. I'm just terrible at accents. So, with that, looks like Drax has an 8, Jack with a 20, the boat on 17, Dread with a 21, and Sang with a 22. And then they get a private roll to see when they go. Okay.
Ooh, Power World's at 50.
So, Sang being up first, used to something. Oh, I gotta fucking give this motherfucker a long rest.
Yeah, please don't let him still be drunk during this.
Nah, he's mostly sober.
Most.
Hey, he's hungover. That's why he's not talking much for the last couple of months.
Hell of a hangover.
He's been drinking on the
Hangover
nights.
for more than a month?
He drinks at night, you know. He tries to stay sober during the day in case something happens, but nighttime is his time. But he's gonna go ahead and hop up on one of the cannons that you guys have already preloaded. And he's going to make an attack roll, which the cannons are +5. That's a 7. That is going to miss like a motherfucker. And with aid, so what I'll say is that the ship crew is going to aid you guys should you get on cannons or ballista or whatnot. They'll help you load and everything like that. So instead of taking a whole turn to reload, it'll take an action, but means you still have to fire on the next turn. So, but you have bonus action and movement on your turn. So for that, Sang is going to adjust his aim to a different wyvern for his bonus action, and at the end of him, it is going to be Dread.
Alright,
Okay.
so I gotta, before we get started, I'm adding my pistol in here since you didn't do it. What is it strength?
It is.
Dex?
It is a finesse weapon, so it is dexterity. It is 1 or 2d8 piercing. And like I told you, critical fail, weapon dies. Have to stop and fix the weapon. 5 and below or 7 and below has a failure, takes a action to clear.
And a crit is
1.
1d6, 1d8.
Crit hit.
Yeah.
It's how we normally do crits. It deals the max damage and then you roll damage.
Okay.
So it would be 16 plus whatever you roll.
Crit range.
That just 20. Crit range is something for like fighters and shit where they can crit on like 18s and 19s and 17s.
Do I have a plus?
Plus your dexterity. It's just D20 plus dex is all the weapon is.
No. I'm saying like
The plus is if it's
attack.
like a legendary weapon or whatnot.
No, dex
So yeah, it's just D20 plus dex. That's it.
plus the attack dex plus, do I just do +2 for the dexterity freaking check?
You should be able to. I could toss it in there real quick for you.
Okay.
Yeah,
feeling
that's
I
good.
this.
D20 plus dex plus 2. And then no damage. Yeah, just dex. So that's good there. Yeah, no, you had it.
What about range?
Range is 20 to 80. There you go. 20 to 80. So that should work out for you now. So,
Okay, cool.
Dread, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I still can't use magic, correct?
Correct.
Not yet.
But you do have a cannon on your arm.
Yes, that functions as an actual cannon now.
Correct.
Okay, do I have that in my...
No,
No.
I'll tell you what to
We-
roll, though.
Didn't do that. Okay, what am I rolling?
It is a D20 plus strength. And
Plus...
and the damage is 1d10 plus 5.
Okay, so when I'm doing the roll in the roller, it's a 1d20 plus 9,
Yeah.
right?
Against which wyvern?
The one that's closest to me.
Okay. Yeah, I also got to let you know the range on the arm cannon is going to be 20 to 60.
The good thing it's 30 feet away from me,
Yeah, no.
bitch.
I'm just letting you know, okay, fucker. 20 to 60,
fine.
so it's going to hit 1d10 plus 5.
1d10 plus 5. Not bad. Oof. Pretty bad.
Perfect. So that is your action. You can...
I'm gonna try and huck a javelin at it just because it's right there.
Go for it. Yeah, that'll hit. 10 piercing. Okay.
Damn.
Okay. Let me just double check, make sure they don't have anything. Okay. That works. Perfect. Cool.
What?
Okay. I was just making sure it didn't have any, like, resistances or something that I didn't know about.
Okay.
Alright. Anything else that you would like to do on your turn?
I'm gonna move over to man an actual cannon too.
Okay. Which one?
The one next to thing on the left.
This one right here.
Yep.
Perfect.
Even though I'm pretty sure I could just pick that bitch up, set it on my shoulder like an RPG.
Probably.
Wait.
Less
Mm,
accurate that way though.
yeah. Way less accurate.
Unless I fucking
And that's
kneel down, put 2 on my arms, and
It's
fucking
also-
vice grip them in.
it's also a strength check if you fire that with a DC of fucking 27 to not get knocked prone.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
damn.
possible
Okay.
for you, but very unlikely.
I need to be a little bit stronger, you know?
Hey, wait, Mike, you need to roll, because the one dude, the fucking dude that doesn't have a voice box or the slit in his throat, he's probably gonna jump on the front ballista.
I was just gonna rule it that all the crew members are helping you guys load up fucking cannons and whatnot. Just to
Well,
make
I
it.
mean,
They're doing the loading while we're just like,
Yeah,
Oh.
which is reducing the time for you guys to actually be able to fire the cannons.
Well, I mean, there's 4 of us and 6 of them, so
Fair. So yeah, I guess they would probably go and hop on the cannon up here. No.
I mean, he would hop on the ballista because the ballista can swing around all the
Fair.
way.
So yeah, he'd hop on the ballista. With him being a lower decker, he'd be down here. So I'm just gonna grab some fucking tokens real quick for them. So pardon me.
Well,
No,
I was just-
you
I
are
was
not
just-
pardoned.
Two. So it would take him a full turn to get up there. And dude, there 2, 3, 4. And she would stay down, so you'd only have 5 up here because Alexandra is not gonna come up from the kitchen as she is a cook.
She did say she would help though.
In any way she could. You think she's gonna be able to help against fucking wyverns?
Did she cast magic?
Throw meat at them.
No. She's
I mean,
more
yeah. Throw
from
just
meat at
throw
them.
fucking meat to distract them.
Jesus. So
She's-
with
She's
them
just
finally
gotta
up there.
sleep with
we're gonna
fucking
go-
chunks of meat.
So with that, with Dread's turn being over, we come to Jack.
Okay, so one question. Is there a fog surrounding our ship and the Wyverns?
No, it's just rough waters.
Okay.
I can create a fog.
Yeah, me too. I mean, technically... Could I use create or destroy water to create a fog around the wyverns? Or at least one. I think it's 30-foot cube.
So
Technically, you can't do that. That's,
because there's a whole separate spell for that.
Yeah,
Ah,
I have
okay.
that spell. That's how I know that.
Okay, okay.
I like the creativity though. Props for the creativity, but because there is a whole separate spell specifically for that, I'm gonna say no. But you can create water,
Mm-hmm.
so that is.
But it
an
also says in open container.
Or in the
I'm
ocean, that's
trying
giant-
to somehow use the spell to hurt them, but I don't have a clear way yet.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, from the place I am right now, I am going to shoot a guiding bolt at the wyvern. I think Dread was
The one
throwing
closest
his
to the ship.
javelin at.
This one.
Yeah, yeah. And it's 120 feet range, so shouldn't be a problem.
Go for it.
Wish me luck.
That's gonna hit.
Great.
I forget, is Guiding Bolt deal damage or is it just mark 'em?
It also deals damage.
Okay.
Yeah, 46 radiant.
Go ahead and roll it.
So that's
15.
15 radiant.
Nice.
And the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage.
Hell
And
yeah.
one more thing I would like to do, I would like to enter one of my starry forms.
Okay.
So basically, anyone who's looking at Jag or anyone near him will see that he will start glowing, and then he raises his hand. Arrow made out of light appears, and he's going to throw it at the creature. Just let me double check. What do I use for that? Range spell attack, okay. So it should be this.
That's gonna hit.
Hell yeah. And that's gonna be 1d8 plus 3, which is 11.
Nice.
And I think that's also radiant. I guess. Yeah, radiant damage.
Nice. Very nice. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So, after your turn, what is there? Okay, Drax, I need you to just roll me a d20 real quick. Your ship goes first.
Okay.
So you have a couple of options with the ship. You can either keep it moving forward, turn it, or full halt.
I'll just keep it moving.
Okay. It does have a movement speed of about 500 feet, which realistically you could outmove them, but with the fact that you got headwinds and tides working against you, your movement speed is only about 100 feet right now.
That's what I figured.
So with that, that would mean that on this turn, the Wyvern's ruler would end up way the fuck off screen.
No, because
They have a fly speed of... Oh no, they have a fly speed of 80 feet, so they'd only move back 20.
yeah.
So they move back here. Like such.
Because the ship is only moving. So like them and the Wyvern's movement should go like hand in hand.
Yeah, you will outrun them eventually. It'll take you a couple of turns. But in the meantime, it is actually the Wyvern's turn. So, with that, this Wyvern is going to fly up over here. This one is going to get right up here. And this one's going to get right up here. And since nobody's in range, that is going to be their turn. Which brings us to the crewmates. Seeing all this and the Wyvern right in front of him, he's going to scurry his happy ass down and probably tuck away over here. He's going to make his way over here to help Fred. This guy's going to make his way up here. This guy is going to come over here. And this guy's going to come up here. And it is now your turn, Drax.
Okay, I'm gonna move to the ballista,
Okay.
and I'm gonna target this guy, the one closest to me.
Okay. To move the ballista, it is still a heavy object.
They're not.
That heavy. Correct. I just need you to make me a strength check. DC 15. Man, you know, them sea legs really ain't helping you out all that much right now. Kind of still a little unsteady. You go to pull the ballista, and it moves ever so slightly. Maybe another turn or two, and you'll be good to go, without help.
So it's not facing him yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, in that case.
Not gonna hit. A lot of 8s.
My luck is awful.
Yeah. No, I mean, you almost had a misfire too. That's great.
I know.
So you go and pull out your freshly minted pistol and aim it, and then the boat rocks and you pull the trigger. And just sways off course. You see the little ploof into the ocean. Good little ways out. It is a bonus action to reload.
Okay, then I'll reload the bonus action.
Okay. So you don't have much movement speed left, but that's movement, action, bonus action.
I got one action left.
You got part of an action left. I'll say, like, if you had more movement, you could go and make a swipe attack with your sword. Because you have, what, 45 feet of movement speed?
30.
30? It was 25 to get there, so you only have 5 feet of movement.
So in that case, I'm just gonna do another strength check to try and move the ballista.
Go for it. Nope.
Fuck me.
Another maybe 2 inches. You get it rolled around. With that, we move to Dread, who messaged me, said he had to go take a piss.
I'm here.
Oh, you're back?
I came back.
Okay.
I was back when it was still Jack's turn.
Okay, cool. So, it is your turn, buddy.
Okay. Is that one closest to me, like, at all near where I can hit?
He's still flying, I'd say, probably about 15 feet up at the moment.
Damn it. So I could hit him with a javelin.
Yeah, or your cannon.
I don't want to go through all the effort of
You can
trying. Yeah,
you can
I'll do both.
reposition
Fuck
the
it.
cannon.
Yeah, but my arm cannon is a lot more convenient because he's behind me.
Fair.
Okay.
Oh. So it's going to deal 15. Go ahead and roll damage. Sorry, how much damage does a javelin do? Wait, what's
15. 1d6 plus 9.
So
Oh,
yeah,
which
15.
which
20.
wyvern is he attacking?
The one above me.
Yeah,
Above?
this guy.
Not above me,
Oh.
but like.
I
near.
wanted to say that you have advantage, but I don't think you need it.
No, so 29 points of damage. God,
Nice.
still standing, flying.
Okay.
And the
and-
poor guy is like, I'm just hungry.
All right. And bow. Hit, no hit. Hold on,
Hey, that's gonna
damn it.
miss.
Okay.
Wait, he gets
damn.
advantage because it's the same one, so he needs to roll another one.
Oh yeah.
Because of what
No.
Jack did.
Well, I mean, I'll allow it since he got a nat 20 on the first roll, but technically it would have faded with that attack.
Oh,
Because Guiding Bolt
Oh,
is
I-
the next attack on that creature.
Oh.
But I
Never mind.
will allow it this one time.
okay. Click.
I shouldn't have.
Clickety clack.
Go ahead and roll damage. 1d10 plus 5. 12 points of damage. Oh.
Mike, you don't sound too happy.
That
I
one's
think
not
he
looking too
secretly
hot.
just added 1-0 at the end of the.
No, I mean
HP
you
of the
guys have
wyvern.
you guys still have 2 more of them. This one's still up, but it's not looking hot. And the other 2 are untouched.
Yeah, but I just threw a javelin square into this one's jaw, basically.
Yeah, it's fucked. This one's fucked.
It's got 2 holes through its wings, a javelin holding its jaw shut.
I was about to say, do wyverns have breath attacks?
They do
No.
not.
Ah.
But
Well, it can't bite anyone, so.
they have something else.
They do have something else. But it's not their turn. So it is your turn, Jack. Actually, no. It is Sang's turn, because I skipped over it.
Kibbity pop pop pop.
You know what? All right. Sang!
Huh?
I have to pull up
What
the
are you
fucking...
going to do?
I am going to do something fun.
That sounds scary.
So Sang is going to throw his spear. And that counts as this. That's gonna hit. Cool. And how much damage does it deal? 1d12. No, 1d10. 1d12. So 1d12 damage there. 7. And it needs to make a DC 16 dex save. It fucking fails on that, so here comes 3d8. 17. So 17 plus 7, I can't fucking math.
24.
Oh. So the wyvern still up. But you watch as Sang throws this spear that you got him, Rex. And it embeds itself deep into the chest of the wyvern, and you watch a bolt of lightning shoot out the back of it. As on his bonus action, it comes back to his hand. And that is the end of Sang's turn. Now we come up to Jack.
The flying guy is still standing?
Barely.
Well, I'm gonna throw a light arrow at it.
Okay.
Cause why not?
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Gentle 9 damage.
You know, the plus alone kills it.
E.
So how do you want to do this?
I mean, looking at the poor guy, I'm just aiming for his head to make it as quick as possible.
Okay. Pulling your light arrow out and lightly tossing it, it embeds softly in between its eyes.
I just thought of something.
Hmm.
We have 2 displacer beasts on board too.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes, because they came with us.
Are you sure about that?
Make a history check.
Roll me a D100.
In the
on
middle
that.
of the fight, you're like, oh no.
Yeah, just roll me a D100 on that. Yeah, you do. Y'all's fucking rolls, man. Like, I'm up here, I'm like, if he gets lower than a 40, they're on there. If it's anything 40 and above, because you usually roll like 90s, I'm like, All right. I'm gonna fuck this guy. Nope. Fuck me.
Imagine if it were 39.
Oh my god. Fuck.
No, if it's 40 or lower, and then I roll fucking 40.
So,
No, you roll 40, 41, and you have a -1 modifier, so it's 40.
so, Jack,
Yes.
the arrow hits it softly in between its eyes, and you watch its lifeless body crash down onto the ship deck, slowly dripping out its purplish ichor-like blood into the lower decks as it landed right on the grate.
Yeah. Sorry, big guy. And I'm gonna move.
Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-bow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's about it.
At the end of your turn. Ship Drax, what are you doing?
I keep going forward.
Okay, so these wyverns now move 20 feet back. 5, 10, 15, 20. That one ends up there. 5, 10, 15, 20. Nope, one more. Alright, they end up there. On your turn. On their turn, this one's going to come in right nice and close to you. And this one, 80 feet. 80 feet. Aha, yep, perfect. Ba-da-ba-ba-bow. They both come up and land. And, alright. +7 on these attacks. Ooh! There's the one for Dread. And there's the one for Drax. Dread, 27 to hit? Doesn't matter, it's a natural 20. Drax,
Fuck you.
17 to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. 2d6 4. Oh! I need both of you to make me a Constitution saving throw. Okay,
I think why.
both of you
I know
save.
why.
So, Dread, you're going to take 7 points of piercing damage. Drax, you're taking 10. And then you guys are going to take half of this.
The fun stuff.
Oh,
The question mark roll 76. Mike, do you really want to do this?
so each of you are going to take 11 points of poison damage.
Yikes.
And let me just make sure. Yeah, just half as much. So you're not poisoned. Just take the poison damage.
Okay. You said 11?
11.
Okay.
And. And only the. Oh no. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, both of you are going to take another attack actually. So these are 7s. So Dread is 18, Drax 17. So Drax, yours hits.
Yeah.
Dread 18.
No.
18 misses on you. Okay. So
The
Drax,
fuck you mean?
you're gonna take 2d6 plus 4. That's wrong, but. So you're gonna take 10 points of piercing damage as this wyvern bites down into your already not so fun. Roll me a d100, 50-50. Good shoulder, bad shoulder. 50 or lower, good shoulder. Above 50, bad shoulder. Oh. your bad shoulder's just getting fucked up even more, man.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
think if that's a good choice or bad choice.
Well, now it drops back down to a or a -3 to your attack rolls using that arm. It set you back a little bit. Not too terribly bad. But that is the end of their turn. At the end of their turn, it is going to be all the ship hands. This guy, he's gonna run up here with his axe. This guy is gonna run up here. This guy can only get there, and this guy can only get there. This one is going to fuck off and hide.
Pussy.
Your spotter. What do you expect?
Yeah.
So these two are going to attack.
Don't worry,
against
there's no shame
him.
in running away.
So 2d20s. Both those are going to hit, and then that is going to be from one and from the other. So 8 and, or not 8, 5 and 10. So 15 points of damage. Okay. That is the end of the ship hands' turns. It is now your turn, correct? You have this wyvern who just bit down on you. You know? No.
Well, in that case, let's try again.
That is going to hit.
Thank God.
13 slashing, so 25 damage. Now the question is, why aren't you raging?
I didn't think about it.
Well, you still have your bonus action.
You're a barbarian, but also a calm person.
You like never fucking rage as a barbarian. It pisses me off.
Honestly, I forget that I have it because last barbarian that I played, I didn't need to rage to just fucking.
Yes. So if you want to, you can rage, and you will then start taking less damage.
Then I will rage.
Okay. Go ahead and mark it off on your character sheet.
Everybody just calm down.
So that's your action, your bonus action. You have movement.
Well, I'm not gonna move.
Run, Forrest, run.
At the end of your turn.
Well, wait a minute. I have 3 actions, right? Action,
Oh,
2 actions, and a bonus action.
correct. You have your 2 swipes, your bonus action.
Oh yeah,
swipe.
that's right. Never mind.
Yeah. So you're done, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it is Sang's turn. And how far is this thing's range? 80? Because he can't hit that one. Because if he hits that one, he's going to hit the crew members. It's within range. Okay. He's going to huck his fucking spear over at the one right in front of you. And sure as shit, that's going to hit. So that's going to be the 1d12 and 3d8. Dice me. So 1d12, 4, and 3d8. 14. Any pluses? No. Ain't got much left in him on that. So 14 points of damage to this guy. At the end of Sang's turn is Dread.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay, look, it's still there. New one though. I guess we'll shoot the cannon first.
It is point blank.
Oh, it's right there?
It's on the ground in front of you.
Bitch.
That's gonna hit. 17 points of damage.
And hey, guess what?
Doing it again.
Oh. Oh.
So what?
So that's what 29
What
plus
is
21.
Oh fuck.
2d10
50?
plus 9.
Fuck. 50 points of damage. You got one more attack.
I mean, technically, try to get into the head of the wyvern. It lands on the ship, and all of a sudden, a doom guy with a big fucking sword is going to slash at it for 2
That's
times.
gonna hit. 16. It is surprisingly still alive.
Its fucking limbs are like barely hanging on. It's like, oh.
But all you have left now is your movement.
I ain't moving, the fuck?
Okay. At the end of your turn, Jack!
Yay!
What are you
How
doing?
far is? I am going to shoot a big, shiny, smiley arrow at it.
Go for it.
Let's put a smile on that face.
That just hits.
Hell yeah.
Also, when I rolled my fucking 12, I literally just missed.
Yes. 10 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah. Is it still standing?
Fucking barely.
Okay, what can I do?
Do you got a cantrip? That deals any amount of damage?
Technically. Hold on. Let me check what Thorn Whips does.
The Thorn Whip, if I remember correctly, is more like a snare rather than a whip.
Yeah, I know it can pull the creature in, like towards me, but it also does damage. So I guess, well, why not? I'm going to Thorn Whip this guy,
Go for it.
and I think it's
If you hit, you kill it.
okay. Let's see.
You kill it. How do you want to do this? 2 in a row.
What was it like going for Dread to bite him or anything?
That's what it had done, and then Dredd just bitch smacked the fuck out of it.
But it wasn't
No.
looking at me.
He was not looking at you now. He's got his back to you.
Okay, so what I do, I will put my hand down, like next to my hip, and those hellish, like white-ish red vines will start sprouting from my hand. I will twirl it above my head and then say, "No, bad boy, sit down."
And where are you wrapping it around?
I just wanna sort of slash its back.
You just want to whip it.
Yeah.
Okay. You say, bad boy. Whack! Good old smack. And you watch it just crumple. Just straight into the floor. Son of a bitch. Okay.
I think it's pretty funny that I am stealing everybody's kills.
Right. At the end of your turn, it would
Oh,
be
wait,
the ship's turn.
Yeah, I would like to move.
Okay. Yeet.
Thanks.
It would be the ship's turn, however, because it's no longer a matter of trying to outrun the bastards as they are on the ship. We'll go ahead and skip over it. So that brings us to all the ship hands. This one's going to get right up close and personal. This one can't quite get there. These two are kind of waiting on Dread and Sang. So this one, bow. That's gonna hit. And this is with a longsword, which deals one of these. Oh fuck! Okay, so it deals 10 points of damage. And once more, that's the wrong one. That's gonna miss. Okay. Drax.
Ah,
All up to you. That's gonna hit. 15 points of damage. You got kind of fucked on that radiant damage, though.
I know. Oh well.
Still standing.
We gotta change the batteries in a sword.
That's gonna hit. Got fucked again on the radiant damage.
I'm telling you, you need to change the batteries.
20. Okay. Okay.
Yikes.
What? How much damage does Sunsong deal? What's the
That's
damage
not
dice?
Sunsong. That's the pistol.
Oh. So 10, 12. What did we say it was again? A fucking... What was it, a D8 or a D6?
What?
The damage dice. For the pistol.
2d8.
2d8, so 16. Okay. How do you want to do this?
Well, considering I did 2 slashes with Sunsong, I'm gonna like pretty much like cut its wings to where it can't like basically just sever the fucking bones on each side,
Okay.
and then with the offhand, I'm gonna take my pistol right up to its freaking head and
Okay. And a colorful spray of purplish ichor-like blood. The threat of the wyverns has been dispatched. As at this point, you guys have been on the high seas for a couple of months, finally working together mostly as a crew. Quickly dispatching the wyverns, and essentially just getting back on with your day. You now have the option. That's a lot of meat. That's a lot of meat. Wyvern scales also fetch a pretty penny. You know, maybe if you want to keep the crew going a little bit longer.
well, yeah, it's all fucking take the fucking scales.
I wish I knew how much a wyvern actually.
The correct answer, a lot.
Yeah, they do weigh a couple 100 pounds. So, I'll say as a party, if you guys want, you can make a... Let's call them dexterity checks to try and skin, quarter, and butcher up these wyverns. Keeping
How many?
fangs... We'll say for each one, each of you needs to make me a dexterity check.
So 3 in general for all of us.
Correct. 3 per... Yeah, 3.
Oh my god.
Jack?
I'm not touching that.
So, Dread,
Don't forget
What am I
Zane.
doing?
dexterity checks to try and butcher up these wyverns.
Oh. Okay.
3 of them. Okay.
Okay.
Now, there is one more. So, however you guys want to divvy up those next 3, all up to you.
Well, Jack, I do 1, you do, or not Jack. Dread, you do 1, I do 2. Or you do 2, I do 1. Jesus.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Okay. So, the second, or the one that Dread works on is beautifully butchered. maybe a little bit on the loss of scales, but you do manage to get its talons, its spikes, its fangs. Lost a couple of pounds worth of scales, but for the most part got almost all the meat. It's probably about 400 pounds worth of meat usable. Drax, while skinning the wyvern, you have no problem skinning it. You get the scales and everything, no problem. It's when you're starting to butcher it that you hit that poison sac and contaminate a good amount of the meat. Out of your wyvern there, you get 30 pounds of usable meat.
Okay.
But with the last one where the both of you worked on it together, it is damn near perfect. So, scales, fangs, claws, spikes, and 500 pounds of.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
On the other two, do we actually cut out the poison sacs, keep them
Yeah.
intact?
You fully butcher this thing down.
Okay, so I am going to now soak my friggin' pistol shots
Mm-hmm.
in wyvern poison. I'm gonna store them in a thing with the poison.
Okay. Better hope you don't have a cut on your hand when you go to pull one of those out.
I wear gloves.
Okay.
You have gloves?
So, with that, having beat the wyverns, no issue. The rest of the month goes by without any bit of a hitch. And you do manage to pick up a good amount of time with getting some great tailwind and the amazing tides working in your favor. You see why it is such a short trip to get from Sangorne to Sentinels Rest. It's a long trip to get from Sentinels Rest to Sangorne, but it's a very short one from Sangorne to Sentinels. For the final month, not even a full month, can I get one more D20?
Yeah.
From anybody.
Got you. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. Then.
Jack got you. You guys
I got
managed to get the most divine of tailwinds and tides working in your favor, pushing you straight into the port of the Sentinels Rest. Looking around, you do see several ships. And as you guys start to prepare yourselves to disembark and pick up additional supplies or whatnot, make sales, purchases, whatever you need to do, that is going to be where we're going to go ahead and go to break real quick. We'll be back here in about 10 or 15 minutes, guys, and we will catch up here shortly.
Beneath the blue sun eclipse, the skies have died. The light is swallowed and the shadows rise. We are the forgotten five, lost to time. 5 heroes of the forgotten, trapped in the grind. Feel the tremors as the earth begins to bleed. An army of undead answers the Dark King's creed. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. Her light. claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. And blood rains down as the stars lose their light. A light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. In the darkness, souls turn to ash. The eclipse consumes, there's no turning back. We are the few, the chosen, the last 5 heroes of the forgotten, echoes of the past. The blue sun eclipse casts its shadow wide. We are the forgotten 5, standing side by side. The army of undead roars with decay, but we'll keep fighting until our final day. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. Beneath the blue sun eclipse, the skies have died. The light is swallowed and the shadows rise. We are the forgotten 5, lost to time. 5 heroes of the forgotten, trapped in the grind. Feel the tremors as the earth begins to bleed. An army of undead answers the Dark King's creed. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. Her light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. And blood rains down as the stars lose their light. A light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. in the darkness, souls turn to ash. The eclipse consumes, there's no turning back. We are the few, the chosen, the last 5 heroes of the forgotten, echoes of the past. The blue sun eclipse casts its shadow wide. We are the forgotten 5, standing side by side. The army of undead roars with decay, but we'll keep fighting until our final day. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. Beneath the blue sun eclipse, the skies have died. The light is swallowed, and the shadows rise. We are the forgotten 5, lost to time. 5 heroes of the forgotten, trapped in the grind. Feel the tremors as the earth begins to bleed. An army of undead answers the Dark King's creed. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. And blood rains down as the stars lose their light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. In the darkness, souls turn to ash. The eclipse consumes, there's no turning back. We are the few, the chosen, the last 5 heroes of the forgotten, echoes of the past. The blue sun eclipse casts its shadow wide. We are the forgotten 5, standing side by side. The army of undead roars with decay, but we'll keep fighting until our final day. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. sun eclipse, the skies have died. The light is swallowed and the shadows rise. We are the Forgotten Five, lost to time. 5 heroes of the Forgotten, trapped in the grind. Feel the tremors as the earth begins to bleed. An army of undead answers the Dark King's creed. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. Her light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. Her light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. In the darkness, souls turn to ash. The eclipse consumes, there's no turning back. We are the few, the chosen, the last 5 heroes of the forgotten, echoes of the past. The blue sun eclipse casts its shadow wide. We are the Forgotten Five, standing side by side. The army of undead roars with decay, but we'll keep fighting until our final day. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed.
And welcome back, everybody. We hope. I'm gonna kill you.
You're welcome.
Daddy, no!
Mike's mental state right now.
On
God.
the inside, he's just.
He's like, I'm trying to keep it together, guys, and you're not helping.
Don't worry, next session he's gonna be all.
Fine, I'll try. Don't get taco in a twist, baby.
So, welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed your break as much as we did. We're gonna be hopping back in right where we left off from the break, with the party making dock within the port of Sentinels Rest.
Yes.
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 Which I need to pull up my notes for.
That's Dread's real voice.
Because that would be under whose authority? That would be. Ah. Yes. So you guys make port. It's been 4 months. Well, 3.5. So you made up some time. and you make port. How many of you are hopping off, and what are you doing?
I'm gonna go sell some of these scales and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I need money.
So, point of order, Sir Captain. Do you take care of the docking and registration, or do you leave that in the hands of your first mate?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, who's first mate?
That, my friend, would be the lovely Miss Aerolith.
What race is she again?
Elf.
Elf.
Is that the tavern keeper?
No, the Tavern Keeper and Aerolith are both elves. It's just that Aerolith is a sun elf, whereas Alexandra is a wood elf.
Oh.
So, all right, Sir Captain, hopping off your ship while the rest take care of docking procedures, you go and find the dockmaster. The dockmaster, you find standing there with a clipboard in hand, clad in what looks like silvery armor. You see a purple-skinned tiefling woman.
Hmm.
Waiting on you?
Oh,
Drax.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
Just one lady.
Oh,
who you
should sing
seeing?
less.
Casper's sister.
And I take it you're here to dock your ship.
yes.
Name of ship?
Raging Stormtide.
Ship captain?
Drax Stormtide.
Crew? Number?
11.
Okay.
No, 10.
Yes. 10. I had to math again too. Okay. Cargo, if any.
Oh.
What
What would you say?
what do you mean you don't know?
No, I'm like that wasn't to them.
Well, I mean, the wyvern materials would be considered cargo. Uh, Essentially, they're just asking for anything that you're trying to offload.
Just some uh,
Wyvern
uh,
scales.
wyvern scales, wyvern meat.
Okay. Roughly about how much? Scales, you got right about 300 pounds worth of scales.
Yeah.
And meat, you got a little over half a ton.
Okay.
Imagine counting the scales one by one.
Dapper.
Jeez, fuck that.
Because I can totally see Jag be like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so if you're looking for sale, most of our smiths here would love to have some wyvern scales to incorporate. Most of the general stores, you could fetch a decent price on that wyvern meat. But you will have to pay taxes on it. 10% of total earnings is what we charge as tax. Would you like directions to the nearest store?
Yes, please.
Perfect. This is also one of those cities I don't have a map for. I just have a detailed description of. So, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to head a little to the northeast of the docks here. And you're going to want to find the... where is it? It was right fucking... Where did it go?
Up your ass.
And to the left.
You're going to
Nah,
want to...
his ass doesn't go to the left. It goes into a wormhole.
AKA the place of no return.
The abyss, where Cthulhu resides.
Big of holding.
Yeah. Mike's got the holding man in his fucking hand.
The bagman just pokes out.
You're so dead.
So what you're going to want to do is you're going to go about northeast from here from the docks and look for the Gale Market. It's hard to miss. It's a very large bazaar within the town. A lot of tents and small stalls. Plenty of smiths around that area. If you want to look for some smiths who are in desperate need, go and find the barracks. Not hard to miss at all. They take up about a third of our city.
No, thank you very much.
Just doing my job. And
But hang on,
with
I'm gonna
that-
put a picture of what's her nut in there because I just made one.
what, fucking...
The first mate lady.
I mean, you're not wrong. Kind of what I had imagined, just a little bit pointier ears.
Well, I mean they're hidden behind her hair
Well, yeah,
because pirate and all that.
yes. But, having finished up that conversation, you start to make your way out. And that's when we're going to go ahead and pan over to Cranberry.
Oh,
That dog of mine.
he's alive.
Well, I mean for Cran, it's like, oh, that goat of mine.
Cran!
This is a moment of history. Take a picture.
Jesus Christ.
Nice rise. Took 3.5 session.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It's not my fault, I promise.
Sorry.
Yeah, blame that fuck.
No, I'm kidding.
So,
Hey,
so
if I
let him-
didn't get the ship, we wouldn't have probably made it here this fast.
Makes sense.
not wrong. Cran, for you, we actually have to go back in time. Well, technically, we have to go forward in time a little bit. And then we have to go back in time.
Huh?
Which, for this, I would like everybody else to deafen. Jake.
How do I do that?
I got you, don't worry.
Oh, never mind. Figured it out.
Okay. So, Cran, as you find yourself coming back to, after leaving the Feywilds with Camus, you originally found yourself not too far outside of a city with some very bright lights. You were about to start making your way back when your mother called back. Oops, my bad, a little too far forward. At which point you get shunted back in time again. You feel the weeble wobble of time both leave and enter your body as you appear once again in front of a city. Not entirely sure what exactly just happened, but you start making your way towards this new city. And
Okay.
in tow, you have Camus. For the beginning portion of your journey, you do look up at the sky and you do notice that it is nighttime, as you do see the 3 moons in the sky. And you're in an unfamiliar spot. It's laden with mountains, and you're not sure where, but you do also look up in the sky and see the moons are oddly close. They're very close to overlapping with one another. Based off of that, I
Okay.
mean, you'd imagine, like, well, no, you aren't really familiar with the moon phases in this realm. But it's odd. In the time that you spent on the prime material plane, you've never seen the moons this close together. They're usually pretty spread out in the night sky.
Okay, so it's basically just weird to me.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with any kind of moon phase systems. Where
Right.
I was, there wasn't moves at any moon at all.
Exactly.
So
But taking note of the oddity in the sky, you start marching your happy goat ass over to the city.
happy goat ass. I got exactly image for you
Oh
that
no.
nobody else will understand. So it's great.
Perfect. I want to see it.
You can continue. I'll just send it. You can continue, Tolkien.
Okay. So, pushing on throughout the night as you are pretty well rested. You do travel a couple of days with Camus at your side. And you again hear the now familiar voice of your mother. Oh no.
Just like that.
Pretty fucking much.
Out of nowhere.
Yep.
Okay.
They're all gonna be so fucking confused.
Indeed.
But you do hear the voice of your mother, now familiar to you. So, my child, can you hear me okay? Is this working right?
Signal is good. I don't know. Yeah. Voices in my head are working.
Perfect. Looking back on our conversation, realized I might have left some important information out in regards to why I need your help and why I sought you out as hard as I did.
Okay.
If you're willing to listen, I'm willing to explain.
Do I have a chance?
We're taking this at your pace.
Well, if it's important, I guess it would be nice to hear.
So, I know I told you I needed you as essentially a spy on your father. Well, as you
That's what I
know,
recall.
time flows weird here in the Feywilds compared to the material plane. So quite a bit has come up since you left. Primarily, my discovery of the fact that your father... how do I put this? One, he is actively trying to upset the balance of the seasons. And 2, his precious berries that he himself has prided so much as to name our children after are not at all what they seem. Still studying them, but they definitely reek of nefariousness.
So you're saying I'm nefarious?
No, not you. The literal berries.
Ah. Okay.
Still studying them. When I get more information, I will tell you more information on them. Okay?
Sound good.
My ask of you is that you take the snowberries that I've given you and you follow the dancing moonlight to find the perfect spots to plant them. In return, that will allow me on my end to strengthen my borders and prevent incursions from the other courts who are not in their right minds at the moment.
Okay, it's just a little bit confusing since I recall you mentioned that they will grow from any place. Is
They
that right?
they will grow anywhere. Yes. You
Then
can,
why to look for a perfect spot?
because the spots that are going to be shown to you via the moonlight are, I guess you could say, anchor points. They are points that correspond to here in the Feywild, allowing me to strengthen my border, allowing me to buy more time to figure out what's really going on. Granted, yes, the more
Alright.
berries you plant, the stronger I become, the stronger you become. But as long as you plant them where the moonlight shows, and I will guide you in the rituals needed to do so, they will allow me to strengthen my borders.
Alright. If it is that important, I guess we can do that.
I greatly appreciate that. And as you know, like I said, the timeline here in the Feywild is weird compared to the material plane. Regarding what's
Yes.
going on, I've had some time to build up some energy again. I can get you much closer to the time in which you originally left from.
Wait, wait. Didn't you just say that you made a mistake, so you just pushed us already to the correct timeline? Or how is that called?
What happened was, with the little bit of power that I had from everything I've been doing on my end, I was able to get you back to the material plane within a time frame. Realizing how far ahead you would have been from where you had left, I took the last remaining bit of my power to move you back as far as I could. Now, with enough time having passed, I have regained enough strength to where I can send you back even closer to the time in which you left.
Okay. I mean, when the fuck I am?
Well, the first time I dropped you off, you were in a city, I believe, not far from the place that you have been calling home. It is definitely much further south, but now you are on a small island further south from that. And with some aid, I've been able to track down the people you've been traveling with. So if you would like, I can keep you where they're going to be within a day up to a week before them and a day or two during their stay. It'll put you in a really weird window if you want to try and find them again.
Well, I guess it will be more it will be more helpful than be stuck in the future. So, yeah, I guess
Okay.
do what you need to do.
Then do please prepare yourself, as this is going to feel weird.
Ah, I felt weird. This is not gonna be weird enough.
This time, being shunted back in time even further. Almost half a year further back. You feel yourself spinning in 3 dimensions, in 4 dimensions, as time is spinning around you, as well as your physical body spinning. And
How does time spinning around you look like?
you see glimpses of both future and past, present, and things that could have been, things that have been, things that will be, things that won't be.
Things that won't be. Okay.
It's weird. You see things that definitely are not real. Like, I mean, at one point you swear you see a group of individuals sitting in front of what looks like odd magical crystals and talking to each other over a long distance. One of them oddly sounds like you, though.
Okay. So it's weird. I get it.
Definitely very weird. Especially the one with all the purple lights.
What's so weird about the purple lights, though?
I don't know. It's just a little odd. Definitely unusual in comparison. But you do find hard ground beneath your feet once more as you look up into the sky again. Although this time it is not so much nighttime anymore. It is definitely day, still dark. Sun is up, still eclipsed. And you find yourself in the middle of what appears to be a market.
I'm alone. I mean, I'm not counting the crowd. I'm thinking about Camus.
Canvas is nearby, maybe 20, 30 feet away. Easy enough to spot.
I'm gonna wait. Like, he's far from me. He's not like next to me.
Yeah, like 20 or 30 feet.
Well, I guess I'm gonna wave on him and call out his name and just rush to him.
Okay. Camus will walk up to you. Well, that was weird.
The dude felt it too.
The time hopping, yeah. I mean, strong
Wait,
enough.
Did you hear her too?
I didn't hear shit other than you talking to yourself. So
Okay, so you just so you just unprepared, just hop back in time. Oh, that must be weird.
yeah, very, very disorienting. 1 minute we're one point in time, the next minute we're at another, and then very shortly afterwards we're at another.
I'm sorry, I should have warned you.
A warning would have been nice. That's for sure.
Any idea where the fuck are we?
I mean, based off the structures around, I'm gonna say we're in Folklad, so that's a plus.
It's good.
I mean,
No idea
Folklad.
where that is.
Folklad is the southernmost country on the continent of Avrush. So, if we can get mainland, we could be back to Avrush in about a year's time. If we go by
So
sea with good seas, we could be there in about 6 months, depending on where exactly in Folklad we are.
Oh, well, well, at least we're definitely closer to the correct timeline. So at least that, since year or even half year is still bad.
Yeah, so I'm just glad to be somewhat back. And this place feels familiar.
Have you been there before?
If I know the name of the place where we're at, I'd be able to tell you, but I don't. It looks familiar. I might have come through here decades ago, century ago, a couple centuries, I don't know. I travel a lot, and when you live as long as I have, things kind of start meshing together. Everyone kind of starts looking
Oh, I
familiar at a
guess-
certain point.
I guess we should just ask around.
Okay. Asking around, you do get a couple different answers. You get, folklad. You get on an island. A lot of smart ass remarks. But it's not until you stop a individual who appears to be a guard, wearing very ornate, silvery, kind of iron-looking armor. This individual wearing a black cloak appears to be a
The soldier in the black cloak.
black. So he's got like a kind of cape kind of cloak. So it's got a hood and a cape off of it that probably could wrap around him, but right now he has his silver armor exposed.
So half cloak,
Yeah.
cape, half cape, hood, half hood.
Well, so full hood. It's just like centurions
Yeah, I get
and
it.
whatnot. They've got the
I get
shoulder
it.
mount. Yeah, like that.
Oh, I didn't get it then.
yeah.
that's
So
cool.
it's like mounted to his shoulders, but he can kind of pull it around him to fully cloak up. But for now, it's tucked back like a cape. So
So we approach this guy with a cloak, half cloak.
okay. Well, you're a new face here. What can I do for you?
Where are we?
Well, right now you are currently standing in the Gale Market.
How about the name of the city, friend?
Yeah, I mean, better question on that then is how the hell did you get here if you don't know the name of this place?
That's a good question. And the answer would be very weird. So,
Try me.
how about that? Um.
You see him, he's like looking
Okay.
you like right in the eyes very intensely.
Yeah, and
Studying you.
I'm trying to dodge his eyes because I feel weird because the answer he's not gonna believe me. So, can I do persuasion roll?
Yeah, absolutely. 10? Try me.
Okay, my mother is Winter Queen, and she sent me from the Feywild into the future, and then she sent us back to the past.
Alright. And he kind of looks you
I
up and down. Surprisingly more believable than you think. Well, my good friend, my name is Kale. I am one of the commanders of the Iron Shield here on Sentinels Rest.
Should I know what is your position?
I mean, commander, one of the head honchos. I'm up there in ranks.
No, like not rank, like if it's important or not, because I never heard. of you.
Well, if you're not from around here, just know that if you see anybody wearing armor that looks like mine, we're basically in charge. There's only a couple people above us, and we're a pretty tight-knit community. So, if you're ever in dire need of assistance, look for this armor.
Well, I'm now. Where the fuck I am?
Yep, you
Commander.
are on Sentinels Rest. Have a look around, find yourself a nice inn. I mean, we've got some, not many. Most of the town is barracks and military housing, so
Oh, thanks for recommendations, but I'm afraid we're not gonna stay for long. But thanks for saying where the fuck are we? That,
anytime.
I believe, makes things easier.
Anytime, my friend. Stay safe. Watch your coin purse. Some of the wards have been a little frisky lately, so do keep that in mind.
Well, hope you do your job good, so there's not many of them. And see you around.
All right. Well, I have some important duties to go attend to, so I shall be on my way.
Sure.
And
So, gamers, now we know where the fuck are we.
yes, that we do. It's not as bad as I had anticipated. So, from here, straight shot to Asha. Probably take us 6-ish months, depending on weather and climate.
Uh-huh. What's... So you've been saying that the fastest way to get there is on the seas? Or the sails?
Typically, yes, it's a pretty straight shot from here to Asha. Whereas if we go over land, it's a very long and tedious journey through several different mountain ranges, thick forests, different settlements. I mean, depending on what side of the river we're on, we might have to deal with a volcano or a thick fey forest. So I'd much rather take the ocean, take my chances there.
Since you know what is this place called, like, would you know that if you've been there, and if you've been there, would you know how to fucking get out of there? Like, where's the docks or how to move around this place?
I do very well, actually, so definitely not
Oh,
an
nice.
issue.
Lead the way.
Remind me what your passive perception is?
Yeah, that, 13.
13. Okay. So,
What?
are you near Trident? Can you tell him to come back?
I'm not. I can try.
So, with that, Cranberry, what you see is as you're sitting there within the market talking to Camus, you catch a glimpse of a figure making his way through the market, kind of looking around aimlessly. Figure looks familiar, albeit a little different, but definitely familiar. Hey, Drax.
Yo.
As you are making your way through the Gale Market, trying to find a vendor who will buy scales and meat off of you, you get this like tingling sensation in the back of your neck, like somebody's watching.
I'll turn around.
Turning around and scanning through the crowd, you do find a familiar face. you do see Camus standing next to a weird-looking satyr.
Camus?
Drax. Well, shit. I was not expecting that, but hey, weirder shit's happened to me in the last 30 minutes than I can explain. So, well, all right.
Where have you been?
Feywilds. You?
Fuck, where was I?
Shadowfell.
The Shadowfell, and then I was down on the south end of Folkland.
Well, all right. And you see him, he looks over to his companion. Well, I think we found our ticket out of here.
Well, that's great.
Cranberry?
Well, not very cranberry anymore, but yeah. That was my name. Still might be. I'm just feeling weird.
Well, you'll always be Cranberry to me.
And if you would
Aw.
like to describe Cranberry to Drax as what he sees now.
Well, gladly. It's basically old cran, but the horns are no longer silvered, but more like crystallized and frozen. So like from a thick ice with a frost aura dancing around them. Berry tattoos are still there. They're just not as cranberry as they used to be, since they are now blue. I do have a lavender skin and fur which used to be red, maybe even crimson, now turned into the snow white. Hoops are, I'm thinking, silvered, maybe a little bit to the blue, but still silvered. Just like that. It's shiny. And I do have winter coat, winter gloves, and steampunk goggles. So yeah, very different.
And, as a point of order, poking their head up from the little breast pocket, Drax, what you would see is this little orange salamander with a little flame coming off the top of its head.
What the fuck?
What is that?
What languages do you speak, Drax?
Draconic, Dorvish, and Sylvan.
Okay, so you would actually be able to understand this thing.
Holy shit.
So, do I burn this one or no? As he says up
I
to you,
would
Cranberry.
say no.
Charles? Are you here?
Yes.
Why are you so small?
Because I can be.
It's still weird to see you that small.
Makes it easier for me to sneak along on an adventure. So, what do you want from me?
Oh, you like adventures, aren't
Who
you?
or what is that?
That's Charles who likes to char.
Him and
Simply
Jack
said.
get along great.
Oh yeah. Wait, what? Isn't Jack from Wood?
A long story. Head back. We have a ship. We're sailing to my homeland.
Oh,
then
that's
we're sailing
great.
back up to Ashta.
That's great. That simplifies a lot of shit. I guess.
But
So-
yeah, the rest of us are. Well, I don't know about the rest of us. They may have all stepped out, but we've got a small crew, and everyone else should still be back on the ship if they haven't left to go out shopping or whatever they're doing.
Oh, so we now have a crew. How interesting.
Also, do you know how long have you been here?
Maybe 5 minutes.
Like in the city?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was gonna have to ask if you know where I could sell some wyvern meat and scales.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
do.
ask that, Commander.
Camus chimes in.
Or him.
So,
All right, Kevin.
for the scales, you're going to want to go over to the barracks. They'll use them for all sorts of different armors and whatnot, especially with the hardiness of a wyvern scale. They'll probably end up using it for the wards.
Wait, wyverns? What the fuck? Sorry, I'm slow.
Long story. Not very long story. Why we were sailing, wyverns attacked. We killed them.
Oh. Nice. I guess. If they aren't too harsh.
Go ahead, Ty. We'll catch you later, buddy. Enjoy your day at work.
Alright, later.
Adios. Right? I'm not even going to bother with the cameras, to be honest, guys. So, from here on, it's mostly just going to be Mindscape for you visual guys. So, yeah, the fun little tidbit of information for you newcomers here to Sentinels Rest. It is a very militaristic city. So do keep that in mind. There is a hierarchy. Technically speaking, the bottom of the totem pole is both regular citizens and wards. Wards are just that, wards of the state. They are orphans who have been brought in and are being specially trained from young ages. Gives them a sense of purpose and whatever they like to say. But wyvern scale, hide or armor or whatever you want to call it, it's great for wards, flexible, lightweight, while still offering enough protection. Check out the barracks. As for the meat, you're better off over in the citizens district. They're more akin to the meat, but takes them over to the barracks as well. They could always use more food.
Thanks, Gamus. I'll head that way now. You guys feel free to go to the ship and, relax after your journey or whatever the hell y'all have been doing.
What's it called again?
It's the Raging Storm Tide.
Got it.
That's a nice name.
Got it from an old friend.
Well, old friend has taste.
Alright, well, when I get done, I'll meet you guys back there.
Alright.
Catch up for some drinks.
Alright. See you there.
And with Camus and Cranberry making their way down to the ports, finding the raging storm tide. Cranberry, from your point of view, it's a ship. You're not really experienced with ships, but in the dock you do see many different types of ships. You see small little dinghies, you see small little scuttle vessels that maybe hold like 4 people, small sailboats, you see medium class ships that are more meant for like short distance cargo hauls, which looking across the port you do see another village, not terribly far away, just on the other side of the strait. It's kind of hard to see the village, but you do see the rough outline of it. And you do also see much larger ships that you would assume are for longer hauling and whatnot. But amongst the medium class ships, you do find the Raging Storm Tide. A very ornate ship. It's good looking, and you do see the figurehead on the front as a long snouted dragon.
Nice. Dragons.
Hopping aboard, you do see...
Gotta dip out. I got the family's on their way here.
Yep.
See y'all next week.
Adios. Have a good one, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. See y'all.
And I'm really not gonna fuck with the cameras now.
Yeah.
But you do see amongst the faces on board, you do see Jack.
On
Jack.
board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would the ship still be like stained by the blood of the wyverns?
No, that was a couple weeks ago.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, there might be, like, deep stains, because you guys did butcher them there. But not, like, it wouldn't look like it was very fresh. But you do hear the sounds of hooves trotting up wood, along with footsteps accompanying it.
Okay, I have an idea. Could I? Well, is there a piece of, I don't know. Is there a wide enough piece of wood on a deck that I could use to carve in Drax's likeness? Sort
Yeah.
of like statue or something?
Yeah, I mean, they're, like, if you wanted to, you could carve it into the mast.
And where is that on the ship?
The mast is what holds the sail, so it'd be like center of the ship. Like, just for reference for the boat. Let's go back here. Move you guys here so that we can see it. So, the sail with the thing in the center right there, that's the center mast with the crow's nest. There's also the forward mast and the aft mast. So, there are plenty of places to carve Drax's likeness into it. I mean, handrails, masts, things like that.
Okay, let's try it. I just wanted to find activity I would be doing while Cranberry was going on the ship.
Okay. Go ahead and give me... It's called a performance check.
Plus proficiency, right?
Yes.
Because I'm
You are
using the
wood
wood
carver.
carving tools.
Yep.
So, performance plus 3. So 15.
Not bad. You could definitely get this done in the next couple of hours. But starting it off, I mean, it's a very rough visage of Drax as you hear the clopping of hooves on wood. And Cranberry cresting over the plank up onto the deck. You do see a couple individuals as they're making their way around the ship. You see a couple of elven females, a halfling male, male Goliath, and a male half-orc. Granted, a larger half-orc. Oh, and a male dwarf. Tall for a dwarf. But sitting right at the center mast, you do see someone who looks oddly familiar. But definitely different.
Whistling.
Whistling.
Yeah.
And Jack, if you would like to describe what Cran sees.
You see Jack, but with much paler wooden skin, let's say. A couple of red leaves here and there on his body sprouting out. And the biggest change, his hands and head is on fire.
With white flame.
Yeah.
What flame?
White.
White flame.
Yeah, white flame, and the little bits that kind of, like, towards the tip that come off are pitch black.
Okay. How did I miss that? I mean, whatever.
The images
All
never
right.
wanted to generate the white flame. It always turned the whole image black and white.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's just none of you mentioned that ever.
I think I forgot about it.
Such an important detail. Since it's that hard to. Oh, never mind.
It's a
Oh,
fire.
Jack, hello.
Ren?
Hmm. Where?
Well, you.
I don't feel Kran anymore.
I mean, you look different.
I do. You do too.
You look. Wait, it's sunny. Why are you wearing coat?
Yeah. It's kind of a thing of mine now.
What thing?
I like cold.
Oh. Well, I shouldn't be touching you then. I guess.
Yeah, that would be highly appreciated, thank you.
I want to show you something. And I will make a couple of steps away from Kran, and I will pull out my sword out of the head.
Okay.
I also have this.
And
Oh.
what you see as he pulls the blade out is a very odd in design sword. It's almost at some angles obsidian black, but when you really look at it, you see that the center of the blade is almost pitch black, but the edges are glowing white hot with a massive ember-like or amber-like gem in the pommel that looks like it has a flickering fire. And you see along the blade length, it is segmented every couple of inches.
Oh. I see you got new toy.
Yeah, and as I pull it out, I will turn my head at the blade and will like, oh, sorry, weren't you lonely?
Me?
No. I'm asking the sword.
I mean, yeah, but
I'm disgust.
I'm just hungry.
Hungry?
Hungry.
What do you eat?
Are you just talking to your sword?
Yeah,
Flesh.
it talks back. Say what?
Flesh.
What kind?
Whatever kind you're willing to give me.
We have wyvern flesh.
Fresh.
Have you ever tried a cookie?
Can't say that I have.
I'm going to pull out one cookie. The not squirrel killing kind, just to be sure,
Sugar
and
cookie.
I will place it on the sword.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is sword killing kind.
So, placing the sugar cookie on the sword. First thing you notice is that the bottom of the cookie blackens before even touching the sword. Second thing, and Cran, you also see this now. You watch as the segments spread apart as it turns into almost a whip-like weapon as it coils itself around the cookie, heating up to an intense white glow, dulling back down and returning back to its sword shape.
How was it?
Meh. It's alright.
You didn't like it?
I like flesh more.
Maybe I can find a flavor you will like.
We'll see.
An eternity later.
Right?
Oh,
Cran.
by the way, Cran is hearing nothing of what the sword says, right?
Yeah. Cran.
So is it like
you-
Jack has gone crazy?
Okay, I was just about to point about that the sword likes to flash. I'm gonna take a walk away from you.
I'll say
But I didn't hear that, so it's okay.
Cran, what you feel in this moment, seeing the interaction happening, you feel this pulse in like the back of your head. Like something is trying to talk to you, but it feels incapable of speech. Oh, hiccups.
Something is trying to talk to me. Mother? Signal is bad?
Yes, my child?
Well, it seems signal is not bad.
No.
I don't know, I had a feeling that something is trying to talk to me and it possibly can't. So I thought it was you.
Was not me, but I would definitely say to keep an eye on that. Don't know what it is. So proceed with caution.
Okay. Thanks for advice, I guess.
And as you guys sit there, both either talking to, well, both of you talking to invisible forces to the other one, as neither one of you can hear the other end of those conversations.
Yeah.
That is actually going to be where we're going to end tonight's episode. On the note of crazy. So, I know you guys can't really see us too well. I mean, I could kind of lean over here a little bit for my camera down there at the bottom. I hope you guys enjoyed today's session of Dungeons and Dumbasses, as chaotic and fun as it was. And I do also hope that you guys enjoyed the new song that we have, as well as the audio-visual shit that goes with it. For those of you who are wondering, the song is called Heavy is the Burden. So, I tried to get it uploaded to Spotify. Spotify did not like it for some reason, but it is up on YouTube, or it will be. It should be, or it will be. One of the two. So check it out. And all the podcast episodes are up to date up until this episode. So keep an eye out for this one coming out here soon. And other than that, no announcements or anything like that. So we hope you enjoyed, and we will catch you guys next week, where we're going to pick up probably right about there.